the pharmaceutical industry. Now, Anoop, for everyone that doesn't know, has a quite a heavy background in pharmaceuticals. Was it 7 years, Anoop?
Yeah, 7 years.
Yes, yes. Now, the current state of play has, for the pharmaceutical industry, from what I understand, has changed quite a bit over the last 18 months with them cutting out a lot of their middle management and having more people on the road and just like the upper levels of management. For those salespeople that are on the road by themselves, you manage your territory by yourself. How would you manage their state? Or how did you manage your own state to get the results that you got?
Yeah, this is really interesting because you know what? There was many times earlier in my career that I ended up in a fetal position going, I can't do this. and I have no problem with sharing that. And the reality is that managing your state is one of the most quintessential things you can do as a business owner and more importantly even as a salesperson. And something that's really important to do is actually always make sure that you start your day on a positive note. One thing that I got taught with when I was going through a bit of a tough time was my manager said to me, he says, get on the road early before anyone else starts. And so what I started doing was I got on the road early and I started feeding my brain positive information, things that I could read or listen to that could grow me.
Yes.
And that automatically lifted my state up because I'd say, yeah, this can be done. There is a possibility. So that's how I'd consistently, if I was having a tough day, I would go out and potentially see an easy client that would make me feel better. Or I would, you know, funny enough, just talk to somebody who I wasn't even going to sell to. Because what it did was it gave me the opportunity to practice again and get myself into a positive mindset. And it's still today I carry that through with running my own business and coaching others, is actually getting myself into a positive mindset is by shifting the focus because I have downer days. And I had one last week. And when I'm having one of those days, I say, okay, what can I do to get myself out of this state of mind? And one of the best ways to do it is, first of all, move around and breathe, move your body, get the oxygen running through your blood system again. And secondly, find something you can either be grateful for or you can talk to that gives you a bit of a laugh and makes you move on again.
Yes.
And being on territory is one of the loneliest things you can do because you're in the car on your own all the time. And so, you know, you can easily make so many excuses to procrastinate for not making that extra call.
Yes.
Whereas when you just say, okay, how can I put myself into a better state of mind? Well, get out there, make a move. You know, as we know, as Anthony Robbins seminars, you make your move. Back then, I didn't know about that, but we had a subconscious move, and talk to yourself in a positive affirmation and say, you know what, I can do this. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be me.
Yes.
And if you can't really talk to yourself about that, get out of the industry.
Yes. Yes. Or get out of the fetal position. Hey, Anoop.
Get out of the fetal position. Well, that's the first step. Get out of the fetal position.
Very good.
And milk is for babies.
Sorry, what was that?
And milk is for babies.
Very good. Well, hopefully that's helped any of our clients that are in the pharmaceutical industry. Thank you. Now,